I feel like these two guys have shifted the way Nigerian men present themselves in public.
I agree with you.
This episode is brought to you by Credit Direct. Welcome to the Fashion Roundtable. My name is Gbemi Olagbegi, and today is a very special episode because I have two of Nigeria's most stylish men. You can argue in your group chat, that's your business. They're also my unruly brothers. Please put your hands together for Noble Igwe and Ebuka Obi-Uchendu.
I wanted to say Chief Noble and Chief Ebuka, but I don't know how that was.
Chief, please keep your chieftaincy titles in your pockets.
Okay,
and did I not just say unruly? Look at.
I feel like it's been a while I heard you say your full name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Because you became Gbemi, Oprah. One word, one name.
What I didn't like, or I don't like,
no,
is Gbemi Olateru. Who is that?
No, but,
call the full name.
Nobody.
Did anybody call you Ebuka Obi?
I get a lot of Obi-Uchendu. Which also annoys me.
Like, who gave you the permission to cut my name?
It annoys me a lot.
When people say, I like the fact that when people say Gbemi, nobody says which Gbemi. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. If they say Gbemi, it's me. Unless it's something bad, then it's not me. It's the other one. Yes, it's the other one. And there's a reason why I brought both of you together for this episode, even though somebody was reluctant to come. But
I wonder who.
I wonder who. Ebuka did not. She was like, I don't like interviews. I don't want to be called a fashion boy. Why don't you like being called, quote unquote, a fashion boy or being identified as a fashion boy?
So I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I was intentional in many ways with how I sort of curated my looks over the years. I've always liked to look good. Been on TV now for 20 years. And yes.
He's old.
And over that time, there was a progression of me wanting to be seen a certain way. So I can't deny the fact that, yes, fashion conversations would always be tied to me. But the issue I have with that label or labeling is that Nigerians tend to make that the only thing you are. I've done TV, like I said, for 2 decades now, but 80-90% of conversations I have, whether it's on the red carpet or whether it's on an interview or comments on my page or one-on-one interactions, is always, that's your agbada. Oh, where do you go wear today? It's always just about the outfits. It's okay to appreciate it, but what happened to
your other work?
Your actual
job? Work.
Like I was saying off air. Sorry.
No pun intended.
I gave the example of a Pharrell. Yes, Pharrell is the creative director of Louis Vuitton now. But before that, he's always been extremely fashionable. But Pharrell was never Pharrell the fashion boy. Pharrell was an artist who dressed well or who looked good. David Beckham has always been my fashion idol for the longest time. I still think he wears the best suits in the world. Okay. But you will call David Beckham a footballer and even a businessman before you start calling him a fashion boy. It's the reverse here. Here, people love the flash. So the flash becomes your label as against your actual work. So that's usually why I tend to sort of stay away from.
I get it.
People, when content creation started becoming a thing, I would get a lot of, start doing content and show us the fashion. I'm like, if I'm ever doing content, it would actually not be fashion. Because that's not who I am. I enjoy it. I've also been told to start clothing labels or clothing lines.
That's a question I was going to ask you, actually.
Which I don't mind doing, but I'm not wearing clothes because I want to sell clothes. I'm also not wearing clothes because I like to be a stylist. I just like to wear clothes. So that's why the fashion boy thing, great as it is not me.
I understand.
Or it's not all of me.
It's
just a small part of my...
Totally get it. Totally understand. Now, Noble, you are one of the first people, or should I say the earliest people, to
let them know.
God.
No, but you have to let them know. I don't
my gosh. You are so proud.
No, but I've tried.
You're one of the first people to actually truly monetize the style influencer role. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Lifestyle content, style content. You've done it all. You've also had collections.
Yes.
You've had a store.
Yes.
You've done a lot. Yes. Did you, from the onset, know this is what I want to do, or you just kind of fell into it? Because you do a lot, like he said, it's difficult for them to box you in and say Noble is one thing.
I didn't start to want to be one thing, and I didn't know I was going to do fashion the way I've done fashion. I grew up in Aba, so I grew up in a place people thought was a city for traders. And but I wanted to dress nicely. I was dressing nicely, and people kept featuring me, whether it was the style blogs, and people sort of kept sending messages to me when they see me in church. They were like, "I want you to do something for me," and somehow companies or businesses started paying me to dress the way I love to dress. And I think it was a couple of years ago, maybe like 2016, that I started Tries by Nose. Then a couple of years ago, I started Culture Store. And I have continued to sort of let people dress or style themselves in the way that I think fashion should be. So I don't think fashion should be too serious. I don't think fashion should be uncomfortable. I don't think every fashion outfit should be professionally photographed. I don't think fashion should feel like costume. Like, I like fashion to be something that you can really wear out and not something to wear just in front of a backdrop for the sake of sort of doing fashion. And over the years, it became a thing. And looking back now, I'm grateful for how far we've come. And for the things that I've done, the first, I was the first brand ambassador for Lagos Fashion and Design Week. And it's been 14 years now.
Okay.
And I'm proud to still be called to what was supposed to be a round table, but I don't know. But
the shade.
No,
it's okay.
but the thing is, like, I've done this for.
But it's not a round table.
Ebuka has been on TV for
focus.
Ebuka has been on TV for 20 years, and even in our friendship, I've also have consistently been fashionable. And my friend, my brother, and it's good to sort of have him on this table and being hosted by someone who looks up to us.
Wow. What's going on?
I was wondering where he was going with this. I was wondering, you are not serious.
But it's interesting what he said there, because I remember, back in the day before blogs, and I mean, I guess there was BBNaija back in the day. They were always there from even when I started.
Yeah.
I was the man of the year on BBNaija 2006, by the way.
2006.
This is the part they say clock in, right?
Oh my God.
So it was a big deal, because like it was the year I came into the scene, and this new style blog made me man of the year.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point I was going to, when he mentioned about, then this day style was sort of the yardstick.
Yes.
For you check, did you make
Every
this day style this
Sunday.
way? And it became a thing between me and Noble then. Would be like,
oh my gosh.
most times we're in together.
Yeah.
Or Noble is there and I'm not there, and he's like, I win you.
I won.
It was a funny thing,
Yeah.
but I guess the point is it's been going on for, and it was, like you said, effortless at the time. Yes, we like to dress up, but it was just us being
Us.
doing what we liked, and the world paid attention.
Yeah. Do you ever feel, and this question is for both of you, but I'll start with Ebuka, do you ever feel pressure when you are maybe going out or stepping out and you're just like, I just want to be, but oh my God, they're going to expect me to step it up a notch? Because again, I remember watching Big Brother at home one day, and we're talking about, I think, what you were going to wear or something like that. Somebody said, but Ebuka has won everything. I'm sure the guy is even tired safe. But do you ever feel pressure like, oh my gosh, whether it's for Big Brother, whether it's just an event, and you're just like, well, I just want to wear white tee and jeans, but I know that people are expecting more from me.
So like I said, a lot of what I've done through my life or career has been very intentional. So with the fashion thing, of course, when I got on TV, I've said this on several other platforms, where it's like, if you could think back to guys on television back in the day, it was a grey suit or a black suit.
Yeah.
That was it for hosting.
Nothing memorable.
Nothing memorable. It was just keep it straight cut and keep it clean. I always felt like that could be different. It took me a while to get there, because I never really had a show or a stage where I could now show that off. I mean, on smaller shows like The Spot, for example, on Ebony Live, I would have fun, but it was more casual.
More street style
type thing. But Big Brother gave me that opportunity. So the pressure, if ever, was from me trying to tell people that this is actually not a bad thing. It's very interesting that today, a lot of things seem very normal. I was probably one of the first, besides NTA, because NTA is a cultural thing for people to dress in traditional on stage. Think back to all of the shows we had back in the day, all the Nigeria's Got Talent, whatever it is.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, all those things.
Big Brother was one of the first times Nigerians saw a young person dressed in traditional
Attire.
on TV.
Yeah.
And it was considered cool. Agbadas were not cool for a very long time.
True.
Future Awards, I think it was 2013. I wore a white Agbada. And I remember the conversation. If I wear the Agbada today, they would probably match me and pass. Because it was just a regular white Agbada with a Hausa cap.
Yeah.
I remember.
I saw TV shows talk about it. It was like, oh, this was 2013.
Refreshing.
It's not even that long ago. So a lot of these things were very intentional on my part. So if there's pressure, it was from me wanting to sort of take a stand on certain things. I remember going for an audition once for a TV show that was coming to Nigeria. It has a global franchise. And I went to that audition in a kaftan. And as soon as I walked in, the panel said, why are you dressed like this? This was in 2012 or 13.
What?
And I was like,
what do you mean?
It was a weird question to ask. They were like, we sent you, because they sent out these tapes for people to watch of what the show is globally.
Okay.
Didn't you see what the host wears? You should have come here in a suit. And I said, but we are in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Why? And it was an entire back and forth. It got very heated. I ended up not auditioning. Sounds like a funny story, but it actually happened. I ended up not auditioning because they were so offended by the fact that I dared to not conform to that. Yeah. And I wasn't even doing it to be rebellious. I just didn't know it was that dramatic.
Deal? Yeah.
It was the conversation that made me realize, wait, so this is actually, they're actually really upset about this. Today, that won't happen. Because it's like, okay, we're now celebrating our culture and it's a thing now to wear all of these things. And with Big Brother, because I get that a lot. People saying, oh, you say there's no pressure, but you do all these things on Big Brother. Big Brother for me is a stage. Big Brother for me is a performance. I'm not an artist, but that is my stage to perform. You don't expect to see Beyonce at an event wearing what she wears on the cowboy cat at all. She's performing, so she's going to put up all these theatrics. There's nothing, probably like 90% of the things I wear on Big Brother, I could not wear on a regular day. All the capes and all of these things. But for me, it's a performance, and I do that for that.
And we love it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's that's become a part of what the show represents. So depression was never because I wanted to make anybody, or I felt people were expecting anything. It was me wanting to do certain things, make certain statements, and shift certain narratives that I hope has shifted, or I think has. But if it's for like a regular event or whatever, I don't know if we'll get into the AMVC. But that would be one good example that anybody can search and see the kinds of things I wear to the AMVC. With all the drama that goes on now, I'm still going to wear a suit. If I wanted to go to the
Why not
AMVC.
wear trad today?
I could wear a trad, you know, but for me, there's an expectation of what you should now do because this is what you do on Big Brother. Ebuka is coming. But it's not, you know, the pressure has never been from anybody. It's always been what I wanted to wear.
Okay.
I mean, there's plenty of other stories, but...
Yeah, we'll get into it. No, but what about you? Do you feel pressure?
So I feel like there are different sides to me.
Okay.
But like I said to you, being comfortable is the most important. Pressure at home is usually Choma asking me to dress up first.
Okay.
So she will decide what to wear. Because sometimes if she gets dressed first before me, she said she will change whatever she wants to wear to sort of match. So maybe the pressure is on Choma at home.
So she won't look like your assistant now. That's your wife. Yeah, I get it.
Which I love. The other one that pressure that have made me stop going is the movie premieres.
Okay.
I still don't like that every movie is what dress code themed. Like, you know, so something to say,
especially the fact that I'm not in the movie.
Yeah, I'm not in the movie and I'm going to go, like, you know.
I know, but it's their form of PR, I guess.
I get it, but the thing, like, I don't want to go to see a movie and I will have a horse. and I have music, like I have a group of musicians behind me playing the drums. So I want to see a movie. And I want, you want to be in the cinema, eat popcorn, relax, not trying to, like, you know, hold your stomach in or any of those things. We just want to relax. So I kind of feel like that comes. But also, for me, I will always dress like Igwe. So regardless of, like, if I go for wedding, people always say, you always look nice. Oh, I like when people say I always smell nice. Because, you know, but the pressure will come from themed events. For weddings, two ways. If I miss a church, I will wear a suit without tie. I will dress easy. We have gone from where we used to wear silk with socks to right now I can just put my loafers on and just go. But the pressure never really comes because for me, my wife recently told me that she would take all my dye-light pants because it feels like that's only
all
thing.
you were wearing.
Because it's easy.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable. Like put it on, put a t-shirt on, go where you need to go. But yeah, pressure is not the thing. I will always dress like Noble.
It's easy, but it's expensive. Do you consider costs, or do you consider, you know what, I want to show up in this designer as a
Noble clothes,
wealth marker?
Send him clothes. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm grateful for every single person because, like Ebuka said, people who gift me clothes because they think I know how to wear.
Can you people see? Some of you are using your life savings to buy clothes. Meanwhile, they are dashing them.
Oh yeah,
this life no balance.
But the thing is, is it okay to say shout out?
Yes, now.
Okay, can I shout out to my
course.
designer Reeves? I've been wearing Reeves suits for the longest time. For the longest time, I get a new suit or some couple of suits every week. So I get 3
every week.
Every week, yeah. So I wear them 3 times and I give them out.
Yes. Must be nice, isn't it?
Come on, go away.
But the thing, yeah. So the thing is, like, I know that
I don't get a suit every week. Trust me.
When is the last time you paid for an outfit?
2 weeks ago.
No, a Nigerian outfit.
Yeah,
a Nigerian outfit, not ASOS, not
a designer called JZO.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw a jacket I liked.
Okay.
The truth is, with Nigerian designers, I actually offer to pay. I always offer to pay.
But your money is no good here.
I actually always want to pay. But there's a belief that, Ebuka, just wait. Most times I actually want to pay. Some take it, some don't.
I also pay. But the thing, like, even for Reeves, what I do is, like, I buy the fabric. So I don't leave that cost to him.
Okay.
So I don't think it makes sense for him to, like, sort of get his workers to work on my outfit. And he's also using his money to buy my fabric. So I buy the fabric, I buy some accessories. And that way I take off that sort of cost from
that
him.
burden, yeah.
But Nigerian designers, I like to pay people so that you don't come to my DM to say, I have not tagged you, you've not done this.
That's the biggest
reason. You've not done that. Yeah, because I want people to, like, post and feel like...
We don't want them to call you out and be like, hey, I sent clothes.
You posted it, you didn't
tag me and all that stuff then.
But also, I have to also appreciate the people who think that when you wear something from them, it gives them business. And the only way they can say thank you is by gifting you. So I've had somebody who have worn their clothes and they did me a big thing by gifting my 2 daughters and son.
Okay.
And I felt that was like, he didn't measure them. He didn't do anything. He sent it to me and I'm grateful for that. So if I play the role of an influencer, if I'd help you to sell your clothes, if I help you to sort of push your fashion forward, I would offer to pay.
Okay.
But if you do me a big solid, if you do me a solid, I also go out of my way to make sure that I do something that makes you feel like it's worth it. I don't just post and tag. I try to, like, send to my friends. I try to put on a story. I try to tag you as much as I can. So that way it feels like it's a mutual sort of relationship.
I like that. And I like that both of you have experimented with fashion over the years. And whether Nigerian men or women like to agree or not, I feel like these two guys have shifted the way Nigerian men present themselves in public.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Because I mean, and you might not like some of the fashion choices. I've seen people come at Noble for short shorts.
Yeah.
So some men feel like if you're gonna wear shorts, at least let it get to your knees or let it get. But Noble is like, no, I'm gonna make it
at that point. Like, it's no longer short.
So yeah, I've seen people also criticize, some looks. At the same time, you also see that over the years, men started to take their fashion a bit more seriously. Whether or not it is because they actually like the fashion or they like to look good or because they want to make the papers or because they want to make the blogs. Because that time it was, an event will happen and then either that same day or the very next morning, people are scrolling through BBNaija, for best dressed or whether to drag or whether to whatever it is. But yeah,
they call me stubborn Biafran soldier. Like, it was my name for the longest time because when I started wearing tight pants, so they felt like my.
When I was supposed to laugh because why? So there's tribalism in there, kicked up in that. That's not fair.
They call me that.
So many levels and layers.
But then, so many years after, their husbands and their boyfriends started wearing tight pants. So like, so I came before the time. Oh, but before you go further, I also want to do a little bit of shout out to people who also play their role.
You start paying money.
No, but I mean that's Denola Gray.
I'm joking. Yes,
I mean,
Denola Gray.
Yes, on this table and not mention Denola Gray. And also not because he makes suits, but Maya Tafo.
Absolutely.
Maya Tafo played a huge role in championing male fashion.
Yeah.
Yes, and recently Amy Casbit.
Yeah.
Talking about Maya Tafo and how things back in the day. I don't know if you remember when Genevieve magazine used to do the pink ball.
Yes.
And they had the pink ball in 2009, I believe.
You wore pink?
I wore a pink jacket.
Yeah, there was a lot of noise.
It was so controversial because the pink ball was for breast cancer.
Yes.
A lot of women wear pink dresses. Yes. The guys who went, the most they would do be a pink pocket square. Not even the bow tie. The bow tie was even like a stretch for you to do. I wore a pink tuxedo with black pants.
What year was this?
2009.
Okay.
And black tie and black pocket square. But the pink blazer was so controversial. And there were a few articles on it at the time. There was a whole This Day Style page on it as well. Look at where we are now.
Yes.
And what you see at movie premieres, at the AMVCA, and how basic a pink blazer would look now.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
It's almost like if you wear a plain blazer and there's no
like,
bells and whistles on it or something, then you've not really dressed up. But there were some colors that men would not dare wear. And I understand. Even since then, you've also worn like a full pink suit, haven't you?
No, Gbemi, I haven't.
On the runway.
On the runway, yes.
Maybe on the
runway.
For
the same pink ball. So there was a...
So you can't do pink top.
Because I think I went to about 3 or 4 editions of the pink ball. There was one where there was a fashion show and I wore a pink. I mean, they provided the outfits. They had designers they collaborated with. And I wore a full pink. But yeah, I remember that the pink one I said was controversial. It was one of his first. Then he was still sort of between his career and doing fashion on the side.
I think it was one time the editor for Genevieve.
Yes, he was. He did. Maya, look, I mean, from his days as a brand manager of an alcohol brand to now fully transitioning into a fashion house. And then, I mean, you cannot mention Nigerian men's fashion and not mention Maya Tafo.
Yes.
So, and whether it is suits or whether it is trad, he definitely comes correct. When we talk about trad, there's also so many. Deco has also, Deco is definitely... I don't even know what word to use to describe, all the so how does it work for you? For example, for your show, I think the most worn designer or the 2 most worn designers you've ever worn, and correct me if I'm wrong, are Deco and Maya.
Yeah. And then Ugo Moye, those 3.
Ugo Moye, yes. Yeah. So I'm coming to that Agbada moment. That one. Yeah. So
How does it work?
Yes.
With
do they
me
just
generally
call
or with
you?
Big Brother?
Do they just say, you reach out to them and say, okay, so this is what we're going to do. For example, there's a season of Big Brother coming up. We also always know it starts in July. Do you sit down and plan the whole season?
Okay. Usually, yes. So the first season I got to host, I got this call from the company saying, okay, we have your styling plan. Someone's going to take you to this store in Johannesburg where you pick out suits. I was like, weird.
That's not your
I'm like, don't worry.
Custom.
The first season I did was with Atafo and Vodi.
Okay, yes.
Shea Vodi. After that, I became more intentional. So yes, what happens is, first of all, I've never had a stylist in my life. Just wanted to put that right. Because people always, it annoys me when I see comment, Ebuka, your stylist.
Yes, now you can say
it's the one thing I always want to respond to. Ebuka, your stylist, they try.
And you're like, what stylist?
It's me.
I've never tagged any stylist.
It's me. I've styled myself my entire career. But what happens is, yes, social usually starts in July. By May, June, I've started having meetings with everyone because we typically know it's 10 to 12 weeks of the show. So I know how many Sundays there are. I sort of do a chart of who I wear on a certain day. And then I now go and have these creative meetings with, a lot of them were very sort of conservative at the start. Like in Maya, Atafo is more
For the gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah.
We've dragged each other out of the box now. So with me, we have fun. By the time I go there, you're like, I have look at these ideas I have, you know. So yes, we'll go through a creative process and I say, okay, this is what I'm wearing on this day. So we'll know the days that they're going to happen. I like to sort of mix and match sort of formal and traditional on every other day, or every other week. And then I sort of juxtapose with deco as well. Deco is the easiest to work with of all these people, by the way. Atafo is very stubborn. Ugomo is very stubborn. I've worked a few times with Deji and Kola. He's also quite good. Not that stubborn. T.I. Nathan
is Deji and Kola one person?
They're two people, but there's one person who sort of
who is
runs.
the front
They're
facing?
co-founders, but one person is.
Okay.
I think that's Kola.
Okay.
T.I. Nathan I've worked with a few times as well. I've done 1 or 2 with Emi Casbit. Generally but we always have before the launch
The season,
night,
yeah.
I know what I'm wearing in the finale already. So that's already done. Because the show is so hectic that I don't want to be thinking about clothes.
Yeah,
Inside
I understand.
all of that. Yeah.
Totally get it. Now, my question is, where does a new designer get a chance to dress a Noble or an Ebuka? So, for example, Noble, you have your people that you know that even in their sleep, they can make you an outfit, like the guy you mentioned with
Makes
your
life
suit.
easier.
That sort of thing. But I'm sure there's people in your DM saying, no, please check me out.
Yeah.
I can make this, I can make that. How do you decide who to give a chance?
So I'm going to tell you a small story, and I'm not going to mention the designer. So I had a function in Doha, and I reached out to my friend Kola to say, I saw the suit that you wore. I want to know who sort of made it for you. So he mentioned the designer. Then I went to see the designer, and they made the suit. And I tried it on. It didn't feel like me. I traveled to Doha, and I tried it on. It didn't still feel like it was something I could wear. Then I came back, and because he's already made it, I was trying to find this way to sort of wear it. Then he sent me a message to say, since I didn't wear the suit, that I should return it. And it made me now think maybe I should have reached out to them. Maybe I should have just kept to what was already working. So it was
supposed to be a collaboration.
Yeah, it was a collaboration, that kind of thing. But because I didn't wear it, I hadn't worn it at the time he started me to wear it. And he now asked me to sort of return and bring this back. So, but it's easy. I'm always willing to work with people. I'm always willing to work with people who have an idea, but also tell them from get-go to say, there's certain things I wouldn't do in fashion. I mean, I was having a conversation with my friend Samantha, and I said, I have never found a cross-body bag as a man interesting. So, regardless of what the style is, I wouldn't carry a crossbody. I can sort of shame someone who does that, but there's certain things that I don't do. I have hairy chest, so I will wear an unbuttoned. You have to.
You can't do this in a
I can see it. I have got hair on my back as well, but I
wax it now.
Listen, that's what I say. When we have to, why am I waxing?
It's not every week.
It's every week I'll be waxing something. Is that you can take it? It wouldn't like it like that.
Oh, laser.
Me. But the thing is, like, I'm also open for designers reaching out to say, I have an idea of what we can do together. And I'm willing, if you say, I want you to pay for this, and we can do that together. But the thing is, you have to see fashion from my point of view. And I would love to see you sort of do something that you think has to be comfortable, like I said. It has to be sort of be wearable. I don't do costume fashion. I don't do fashion that, like, you wear, then you stand behind the backdrop, like I said. It's not my style. And it's funny because that's what's running in Nigeria right now, So a man will maybe get a jacket, put feathers behind, put something on the back, put sequins, go to the beach, get cowries, gum them all together, use them for pocket square, then get the lighting right. And people will be in the comment to say,
what are you talking about?
You are rude. Just so you know, you are rude.
Guys, like, what makes it? No, I'm just like imaginary. And people in the comment will be like, oh my God, killing it. But you can't even wear this to anywhere. And sometimes you're sweating. Like, that's must like, yes, like, you're uncomfortable. I would not ever trade comfort for likes on social media. No, I don't want to be that kind of fashion person. But if you're a designer, you're out there, you're young, you think you got my vibe, reach out to me. Don't DM Ebuka.
I don't know any business owner who's not stressed out by payments, right? And this payment stress can affect how you show up in your business, from slow transfers to unclear records. And sometimes there's just unnecessary confusion. Everything adds up. Credit Direct offers tools for you like a digital wallet, seamless payments, and expense tracking to help bring clarity to everyday transactions. Clarity brings peace of mind, and that peace of mind frees up the actual mental space to focus on your business, on your growth, and your creativity. If ease and structure matter to you, you can explore these tools through the Credit Direct app. Make sure you download the Credit Direct app today.
I mean, I get a lot of that, as a lot of those DMs. I mean, you look at someone's page, you know the aesthetic, you kind of know if it works for you or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really hard to know if this thing is going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. But I find that I'm constantly looking out for things. Like I said, I started with 2 designers on Big Brother, I mentioned them. I found Ugomoye on my own.
Okay.
Hardly anybody had heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of maybe the fashion space had ever heard that name.
Okay.
Same with Tia Nathan. Tia Nathan won this contest. There was a fashion contest they used to do one time
by the way.
at Oriental or something. I can't remember. He won or something. And I remember seeing his collection at like 20, whatever old he was at the time.
I remember
and
it
knowing
was...
that,
I remember...
You know the show I'm talking about? It used to be this runway competition where they discovered designers.
And it was sponsored by soft drink. I remember.
And I remember seeing his things, and I just knew that I was going to like this guy's things. Mm-hmm. And I reached out to him, and, that's where it came from. So most times, giving a chance... Everybody's making clothes now. Mm-hmm. And for women, I guess there's more range to what you can do. With guys, a good suit is a good suit. Yes. If everybody's making suits, I'm not going to support you because you're a young suit maker. But if the suit is not a good suit, it's not a good suit. Mm-hmm. So men are more limited to what we can experiment with, even if we're trying to push the envelope as much as we can now. Mm-hmm. But the fact is, it has to still look a certain way. Yeah. You can hide, I don't know, this is not me speaking for women, but women, you can hide under ruffles. There can be drama and it works. With men, the drama sort of takes away, like he said, from me. Mm-hmm. So when it's well done, it's just well done. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that can be seen without... So support is not just because of the fact that you want to support.
I get it.
It has to be, Yeah, so I'm constantly looking out, honestly, for
by the way, I think
people
you should try Dukun.
Who's that?
Dukun.
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like that whole Tia Nathan aesthetic.
Okay.
Nice. I've seen you tweet, or mostly tweet. No, we calm down. It's you saying, you want to style someone. Yeah. Maybe you want, and usually a Big Brother contestant. Maybe the person is fresh out of the house or something like that. Why'd you do that?
Sometimes when I watch a TV show or when I see a program, I always feel that someone whose style would have been better. And if they're open...
You see, let me just say now that there are 2 types of people in this world. Noble, for example, will throw the shade with his full chest.
Yes.
Ebuka, on the other hand, is one of those quiet people who people think, oh my God, he's so quiet.
But he's not. He's not. Because I know where Ebuka...
But it was funny.
Okay, he just...
Basically, when next we see I want to start it, it means the person does not have
No, that's not what... No.
It means that the person has potential and could be better.
And the person could be a lot better. Like from people, the person that I've worked with that I liked the most was Anto.
Okay.
Because in the house, she didn't really dress. That kind of thing. So when she came out, we worked together.
Why was it her out of all the people in the house?
She wasn't I wasn't a fan of hers when she was in the house. So when she left the house and came out, I was like, I can see something and I would be willing to sort of work with her, that kind of thing. So we worked and people liked the experiment. Recently, I styled Power Day for Mother's Day. I'm working with Adeze. And I'm also doing something interesting. So this is the first time I'm going to mention it in public. I don't know when it's going to come out or anything. But a few weeks ago, I reached out to my friend, Ebuka Obi-Uchendu. And I told him that I want to pull some clothes that he's won on Big Brother stage. And I want to give it to people who I think are his height, but I want to style them in his clothes and give them the clothes. That the whole idea is to take the clothes from Ebuka and put it on someone else who may not be the Ebukas or whatever they say. So they could be like a doorman, someone's driver, someone's like,
I saw it.
Yeah,
You
so-
and Danjuma did something where you
with a guy
went.
called Brown Sugar. But I also reached out to Ebuka to say, listen, I want to come take something that people will remember that you
He's
won
not
this.
paying, by the way.
It's not what?
So he's not paying, by the way.
Paying how?
How will you not pay me for my clothes?
What do you want to do with the clothes?
Something.
Do you have space in your
No.
house? For
No.
all the
Have I
clothes
come to
that-
your house to ask you for a closet
No,
space?
but he does not.
That's
no,
bullshit.
but he
Okay,
does
but
not.
I'm just
No, but
saying.
it's not. No, this is, if you remember the kaftan that Ebuka wore for Banky's, was it Banky? It was Tunde's wedding.
It was not
Banky's
a
wedding.
Was
kaftan.
Banky's wedding?
Yeah,
It
Agbada.
was-
It was
a
Agbada.
bank-
It,
Banky's
it belongs in a museum.
No, but it doesn't matter. But for how long are we going to keep it in a museum? I want to give it to someone.
We need history. It's history.
But
If we had
that's
a
gonna be-
fashion museum,
Yeah, that should be actually.
that's look, who made it?
Ugo Monye.
Ugo Monye.
Yes, that's look. I mean, even if you don't have eyes, I can draw that agbada because it was everywhere, and all of a sudden everybody made it in every color, because before agbada was,
Yeah.
and all of us, I don't know what he did, I don't know how he
So
put it
maybe
together,
are
but it
asking
was
me to leave that for him,
yes.
but I can take someone that wants.
Take something else. He has what Ebuka wears probably like 500 outfits in
But
a
I also
year.
give them out. But
So I want to help him give them out. But the
Mhm.
thing is, like you were asking, is I would love to style. Like now, my thing is putting women in men's suits.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean
that's
you
a
know,
good. I mean, that's a whole vibe.
Yeah,
That's the whole
so
thing.
that's what I'm doing now. So I'm working with that Desiree, like I said.
Okay,
Samantha's birthday is coming up on the 14th of May. She's asked me to put her in a suit.
who's Samantha?
Samantha.
Dimka.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
I
So your
mean,
friend
and it will
Samantha.
Yeah, my
work.
friend Samantha.
Oh,
She's
she's so
tall.
cool.
She's pretty.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
cool.
I-
She has this,
Yeah.
she's over there with her head trying
Yeah.
not to, trying not to bust.
She's so
And-
cool.
Yeah, no, but she's really cool.
Yeah,
And I
so-
think it'll be a good one.
Yes, and maybe sometime Ibuka's wife too,
Okay.
at some point.
Cynthia is shy.
No, but she, go ahead.
Sorry, finish what you're saying.
Wait.
I like to put Cynthia is cool.
Very
but
shy.
She's very shy,
Mhm.
but I think she would drive a look. Like
Yes.
listen, like talking to you about it right now. I'm excited about it,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting for her to come back after summer.
Okay.
But let her go for a holiday, eat whatever she wants to eat. Then when she comes back after summer, then
So eat whatever you want to eat, but when
Yeah.
you come back.
then I'll put her. So yeah, so that's the reason why I look for people to style, and I'm also styling collar motor shop for Big Brother.
Does he need styling though? Because isn't his nickname Mr. Kakop?
Yeah, you know that. But we are trying to try something different, and we're trying to find if Nigerians will like what we'll come up with. And yeah, I'm excited about that.
Okay.
And maybe one day you beg me to style you. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for your email.
I'm sorry, wait, what? Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Gbemi has never needed styling.
No,
Please, don't say that. There's a history of me being dragged from time to time because
Here and there.
Nigerians don't like what I've put on, or they've put me in a conservative box. So I mean, I've been dragged a couple. I think two of the most notable, or should I say notable ones, was I attended someone's wedding and I was showing cleavage, and the internet shut down.
Oh, okay. So they
that day.
expected they put in
I
a
kind of
conservative.
yes,
oh,
so
okay.
exactly, like what you were saying, how they expected
Yeah.
when we saw to be.
I'm gonna dig up that photo for this episode and I'll put it up. I'll be like, what was the problem?
Isn't one breast that is everywhere now?
Yeah,
It
but not
wasn't
from
even
Gbemi.
a lot of cleavage, oh.
No,
They-
there's
they-
nobody.
And then there was an
Like-
AMVCA look.
Actually, it's just so it's.
I don't-
It shouldn't
is it-
be.
Yeah, there's an AMVCA look that they hated. I don't know what they hated it so much with so much
And
vim.
they've not even
And
seen the
speaking
skirts
of
you're wearing today.
dragging,
Mm.
let's go back to you. So, yes.
Did he drag you?
No,
No.
he
Okay.
had. So let's break it down. So you had 360 Nopes.
Yes.
Which was like a style blog,
Yes.
style website. You would post,
I guess
looks
more
that,
lifestyle.
more lifestyle. Post
Yeah,
looks that you liked for.
Style Vitae is the one that's more, yeah.
No, it was Style Vitae.
It was Style
Oh,
Vitae.
yes.
Style Vitae
yeah,
style,
yeah,
yeah.
style.
There was this AMVCA. I wore a red dress and took a picture. This was before people were doing like those photo shoots and all that. It was a phone picture. My makeup artist did my makeup. I took the picture. It was a nice red dress, had nice shaba. It was nice.
Yeah, shaba.
So I thought, Style Vitae. No, next thing I wake up the next day. AMVC is over the weekend. And then on Monday, I receive a Google alert and I click on it. And Emmy Collins had written this thing about the looks that he hated from AMVCA. and my picture was, when they use your picture as the headline.
As the template.
And I remember calling Noble and cussing him out, like, what the hell? Are we not supposed to be friends? How can you own a blog and they are cussing your friend and they even use me as front page of people that did not like the outfits? I was like, who the hell is this person anyway? Who made him the authority? You made a few silk shirts back in the day and all of a sudden, it's true. And all of a sudden, we'll not hear word again. I mean...
A few silk shirts.
Do you own some of the shirts? You own...
The colors were very high.
I want to say, yeah.
Okay, so where are those shirts now?
And
I remember there was an Amy Collins era.
And my own beef is eternal. I don't used to forgive.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's on site. I'm joking.
I'm sorry, but I'll put it on Samantha. I kind of feel I didn't approve this. It must have been
Samantha was not there. Okay,
it was. She's not involved.
I was just like, are you joking? What the heck?
Maybe I'm sorry, but that's not the topic we want to talk about dragging, because
we're going to talk about fashion. We're talking about So what as Stylist is still on?
Yes, we're 12 years this year. By the way,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you guys still dragging people?
Yes, not dragging. So kind of feel like the reason why Stylist is needed is because we can sit at this podcast and pretend not to see what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be a gatekeeper, but fashion in Nigeria is going down the drain.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Why would you say that?
Because to a lot of people sort of look at price, put price over style. I should be dresses that be measured by cost.
Yeah.
And not necessarily how they look.
How it looks, how good it looks.
So you see content creators at weddings saying, so tell me how much you spent.
Yes, how much I spent to attend my friend's wedding.
Exactly. And some of these outfits are not things they can wear beyond the wedding day. And I don't personally think that is style. And the likes of Stylist was created to be able to help society stay in line and do what is right. We might not know everything, but it's something that we know very well how to do is fashion. And I've seen a lot of musical videos or maybe like fashion shows where people sort of, you know how somebody said something that was funny. Someone said, if you want to be in vogue during fashion week,
dress like a mad person.
Dress like a mad person.
It's true.
And that shouldn't be. Like Ebuka was saying about when he wore Agbada, it was white Agbada with actually white embroidery at that point in time, but also a classic look. But if you wear that, you look too normal, too decent, not stylish. But that is actually what real style is. And people like Stylist do not drag, but we need to teach people how to dress better. There are a lot of people who I think can dress better. There's a lot of people who, Tubo has this design where the flap is, that kind of thing. I've seen women force themselves into it and it does not look comfortable. You're trying to keep the pants up, not because it's a good design.
That's the look.
But I don't think it's for everybody.
Yeah.
So the same can be said about so many things, that dresses that shouldn't have a cutout. You get what I'm saying? Like a man, I'm not trying to say, there's nothing wrong with big stomach. You didn't kill anybody. But like a man, they have a cutout on the side, their stomach is hanging out a bit, the flap is hanging out from the side.
But this is the era of body positivity.
But the thing is, there are people who are also eating at the event you're attending. Like people are eating and your stomach is hanging on the side.
Could also be a health hazard.
That is fat phobic.
No.
But we live in a very sensitive world now. And there are some things, can we be honest? There are some things where it's like, if you say it doesn't fit the person's body shape or whatever, it's like, oh, you're being fat phobic or you're being this, or there's a name for everything. Meanwhile, it's like, look, but this outfit does not, you are wearing a corset, but your waist is not agreeing.
Yes.
It's not for you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Because you can corset all you want, but there's no waist to corset. And it's not, do you understand? So it's like...
his point I get. I guess maybe where I would present it differently is there's a confusion of being fashionable as being viral. So there's a social media angle to this, right?
Yeah, good.
Virality is confused for being the achievement. And there's also, I know Noble has had some of these arguments on Twitter. I've seen it a few times about what the difference between being fashionable and being stylish. And a lot of Nigerians are fashionable or want to be fashionable or toe the line of being fashionable, which is more
brandless,
being on trend. What's in? Corsets are in. Tabbies are in. Whatever it is, you're wearing those things that are currently seen as fashionable. So you're kind of on trend. You look expensive, maybe, sometimes tacky, but you're on trend.
Yeah.
Not enough people in Nigeria are stylish, but people don't want to hear that. Being stylish is, Coleman Domingo, for example.
Oh, absolutely.
He takes risks, but you see him and okay, this is Coleman Domingo. He's not over the top with anything, unless it's the Met Gala, which says you should be over the top. He goes to the Oscars. He's still very clean cut.
Yeah.
But he stands out in an interesting way. It could be just one accessory that he threw on that makes everything look different. But here, being stylish is almost seen as playing safe. But that is the person's identity. This is who this person is. I was giving the example earlier of Lisa Folawiyo, for example.
Yeah.
Who you see Lisa, Lisa's aesthetic. Lisa is extremely stylish. But I can assure you, go back 10, 15 years on any best dressed women in Nigeria of 2021. You won't see her name there.
Because
go back to any time. But if you go to Lisa's page, you don't even need to know her. Just go to her page and you see that she's a stylish woman. But she would never make those lists because Nigeria we're very fashionable.
In
sort of
one
tilted.
Direction,
If you're not over
who are individual,
if you're not over the top,
style,
they don't think that you're stylish, and it's very maximalist as opposed to minimalist.
Very maximalist.
And another thing that people do, which I didn't learn about it until much later, was that people would, one of the fastest ways to become popular is either to be fooling on social media, meaning you are quarreling or doing some nonsense on social media, or acting the fool, or through style or through fashion.
Yeah.
And so it's, number one, in some cases, some go as far as, getting their bodies done, whatever, because they're preparing for this
new era.
Yeah. And then two, hire a stylist or basically create or dress up, and then pay blogs.
Yeah.
To post. At first I thought, the blogs were just appreciating their
they really like this person's clothes.
And then it was later that I was told they pay. I was like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. So you've gone to pay to blogs to post you every now and then. And then once I was told, and I started understand, and I started spotting it like, aha. Yeah. Now I understand what's going on here.
It hurts me that Nigeria doesn't, I don't want to generalize, but the scene here almost doesn't appreciate individual style.
Yeah.
You mentioned Denola Gray, for example. Yes, he can be over the top sometimes, but Denola's
has his style. Yeah.
Denola is not going to wear something because everybody now wore it. He's still going to be Denola.
He's going to wear what fits him.
Pushed the envelope and did his thing. Today, it has to be, I don't want to keep going back to the NVCA because the NVCA is amazing. And I love what the NVCA is doing.
Yes.
I mean, last year, TikTok went ballistic.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't even Nigerians who were shouting out. So there are people who do the NVC and do it right. But it has now become this place where everybody wants to be the loudest.
Everyone wants to be talked about.
Wants to be the loudest. Same thing with movie premieres.
Yeah.
All of these things have become so just maximalist, like you said. If it's the louder, the more
costumey,
it has to be.
garish.
Yes.
I keep saying the last time NVC, one of my best dressed people was Effa Iwara. I don't know if you remember. He wore this black tuxedo that was sort of cropped and a double lapel.
Yeah.
Beautiful, clean look. I mean, a few people appreciated it, but you still find that what the tilt is towards the, just
like, too much. Like cape.
If you don't have a cape, if you don't have skulls, if you don't have shine, if you don't have cowries, if you don't have all sorts of, I don't know who use cowries. I'm just saying, like,
we have always been fashionable. Look at our mothers from back in the day. We have it in us. There's a reason why the rest of the continent is even trying to do what we are doing with the ashwebis and all of that. But there has to be. We have to start introducing, I don't know, some individual style.
So before the AMVCA proper, they do a series of events.
Yeah.
And there's a traditional, and there's a cultural night.
Yes.
It has now become...
Uzo Amaka Power I think that's
Amazing.
her handle.
Yes.
Where she dressed like it was like
Crystal. It was
Thank
Crystal
you.
she wore. Yeah.
Crystal and white blouse.
loved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved it so much.
And I'm glad
I can
people.
see
I
it in
was
my-
glad people appreciated what.
Yeah.
That's really I loved Aqua Ugo's wedding.
Yes,
Yes.
that was really good.
Like it was
That was
very
really
And I remember
original.
not too long after that, I think you wore Buba and Rapper to like a wedding or something. I remember
Oh
seeing
yes,
you. and
yeah.
like,
I was tired of corsets, for goodness sake.
I'm not
Like,
saying, and I don't want people to think that we're saying that being simple is what it should be. Because I mentioned Denola Gray as well earlier. Lisa Folawe is not simple.
Yeah.
She would wear 200 colors on her body, but you can still see that it's her.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not about dressing down. It's about just finding
A balance.
a balance. Samantha was saying earlier, and I guess that's a very valid point. Maybe that's where we should give people some leverage. That's, to be fair, style is not something that you necessarily have in your 20s
okay.
and maybe early 30s. Because you haven't, what is your style at 27? Do you really know what your style is? You might know what you're comfortable. Some people are lucky enough, like a Denola, for example.
Knew what
Noble.
worked
There are
for
people
him
who are
from
doing
the
it in their
beginning.
20s and kind of found their lane. But it's okay in your 20s to be finding out what you are. But as you go along, you should be able to have said, okay, this is what works for me.
Yeah.
This is what I'd like to wear. These are the kind of things I love or I look good in. And then you start identifying with those things and it becomes your style. As against this, just everybody's on one train. Everybody at Ashwebi's are the same fabric, but it's supposed to be you now expressing that in
Yourself,
your way. But
yeah.
everybody looks
Almost the same.
male and female, just same
Yeah.
thing.
It's almost like if there is
you
no
know.
corset cinching, plenty,
have to
plenty
be-
shine,
Yeah.
shine,
I
plenty,
wish we could
plenty
just
breast
do that.
showing,
Yeah.
you know, to the point of almost being what's the word I'm looking for here? Like just there's some outfits I'm just like, why did you even bother sis? Like why? Like there's just too much going on.
By the way,
There's
women, I'd like to ask you, because do you think people are going to watch this episode and feel like these are two old people trying to get keep?
Yes.
you know what? That's their business.
No, but
because
because I've gotten that before. Where it's like, oh, now because you know the game again.
No, but I think that, you know what? People who like to age shame and say certain things. I'm not going to look at life or dress like I'm 22. I was 22
Yeah.
in 2000 and God knows long. I didn't, I'm
Just
4
3 years ago. she
Yeah,
said.
2 years ago, you know. No, but we're all over 40. So there's a certain sense of knowing yourself and knowing what works for you. I think for most people, by the time we get to, I'm still younger than both of you, by the way. By the time you get to a certain age, are you not older than me?
Maybe
But-
can you finish your statement, please?
So, but whatever. My point is, like, you know yourself to a certain extent. You know what, I mean, hopefully. Some people still don't know, bless their hearts. You know what works for you. You know what doesn't work for you. And, you know, by God's grace, you're able to even afford it.
By the way, happy 50th birthday in advance, women.
To who? Maybe
My hand is not there.
I still have at least 8 years before I get to 50, please. By God's grace, we'll all get there. Amen.
Amen.
You know, but I'm just saying, like, so you can't expect us to look at life through the lenses of a 21-year-old. It's not possible. And then also when we're 21 and a 21-year-old in 2026, the world is totally different.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have cell phones shoved in our faces at that age. So, you know, I kind of feel for young people sometimes because it's like, oh, they grew up in this era of pressure. You have to look a certain way, or like if someone is deciding, they want to be a content creator and they are worried about their aesthetic and they are worried, but you can be a content creator at whatever point in life that you are in. You don't have to, you know, drape yourself in designer. Some of you are out there. Yeah? No, some of you are out there borrowing clothes or, you know,
Borrowing money to buy clothes.
Exactly, or owing or doing all sorts of nonsense because you want to look a certain way or present a certain way on socials, and you really don't have to.
It's very interesting that you brought up that
Yeah.
borrowing, and I know Gbemi told us to off our phone, but I turned on my phone.
What are you doing?
I GPT'd
Okay,
the difference between fashionable and stylish.
thank you. Okay.
So fashionable is about trends.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of what is popular.
Mm-hmm.
The focus with fashionable is the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And the source is driven by designers and labels.
Mm-hmm.
Stylish is a personal expression, an internal sense of what looks good. The focus is the person wearing the clothes, and the source is personality driven.
Mm-hmm.
So fashionable focus clothes, stylish focus person. And I think that it goes back to what we're saying. It's more about how you express yourself in clothes as against what you're wearing. And I think a lot of what we're doing is showing up in
the clothes being
the focus as against your personal expression of, So I guess that also makes sense it might take a while for people to get there, but you should actually walk towards getting there, because that's when you've finally become that, that's when you can actually wear a t-shirt and jeans and just be like, you look so good.
Some people they're just wearing the simplest things.
Yeah. But you can just carry it. I really wish we would get there where it becomes less about the noise and the
who you're wearing
and all of that.
I feel like it comes from being comfortable within yourself. If you are a person who is not comfortable with yourself, then you are forever going to want to prove a point every time you dress up, because you want people to see you a certain way. But if you are like, this is me, and you're going to accept me the way I am, whether you like it or not, then, but so I think, yes, like all sorts of things, but, and, experiments, but at the same time, just be, like you said, it's about comfort. That's one of the first things that you said. I think this was a nice conversation. So I even went off script, but I love it.
And just to be clear, I think it's possible to be fashionable and still look good.
Yeah.
I don't think we're not telling anybody to suddenly throw away that.
No. I mean, you can throw in a trend or two.
There are people who are trendy.
Yeah.
Who you could say, okay, this might be controversial. So maybe not controversial is a stretch. There are people who think Lewis Hamilton is stylish. I think he's fashionable. He does these things now where he arrives at the F1 race and he has this amazing jacket on with a head warmer. Lovely. But I think he's fashionable because he's...
to be honest, it actually looks forced.
Yeah, but I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, why you would look forced is because certain things are not him.
Yeah.
But generally, I don't think it's a terrible thing. It's also this thing a lot of athletes do now when they have a basketball game. They have this tunnel walk where they wear all of these outfits. And there are some people you watch, like, okay, this person is actually... But a lot of them are wearing labels because their stylist just put it on there.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible thing. My point being, it can work if it's not always over the top. The Lewis Hamilton one now, there are certain things you can tell, okay, this was a little too much. Yeah. We don't know what the point here was. But generally, I would call him a fashionable guy.
Speaking of that, have you ever looked back at some pictures and you're like...
yes.
Oh, God.
Many times.
Can you remember a particular look?
Can I remember? A lot of them are all of this... Echo Hotel things back in the day, where it was more the concert space back then. You would wear denim with whatever jackets. I mean, there was an era of where clothes were really fitted.
Yeah.
It looks weird now. Just wondering what was the point of all of this.
I mean, I understand trends back in the day.
Yeah.
We've seen jeans go from straight to boot cut to skinny. You know, remember when guys used to wear the red skinny jeans or pink skinny jeans or
with the
green,
white t-shirts.
Very odd. Like that guy that used to. That's his song Windeck. That guy that had Cabo Snoop. What's that?
Equally bedazzled belt.
Yeah, you know, we've gone through some questionable, even makeup. Sometimes I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, have you looked at some looks and you're like, now, wow.
I feel like there are a couple of looks that I love, but I don't like what I wore to Banky's wedding.
Why?
Because I had traveled.
Was it trad or was it the white?
Okay, the white wedding.
It was the suit, the white wedding in South Africa. So I had to travel before the designer sent it. And I felt like it wasn't my size.
You wasn't...
I didn't try it on. I didn't fit it. And every time I see a picture from that wedding...
You're angry.
I'm angry with myself because I could have done better. Like, that sort of thing. So I ended up having...
Is it not 10 years this year? Almost.
2017.
2017,
so
next year, okay.
Yeah. You know, so every time I see...
But I think it was also, maybe 2017 was, things have started evolving, but a lot of the earlier things existed at the time when fitting wasn't understood fully, I think, by Nigerian designers. The few people who understood fittings were super expensive. The Deola Segos back then, which is why it would get hard to do anything for you at the time. Now we're at the point where people now really understand, okay, this shoulder of this jacket needs to come down a bit. Sometimes 1-2 stitches here and that changes everything. But back then, you liked something, it was made, or you just bought it off the rack and you just
wear it that way.
I think also...
And also there's one look people are trying to make me hate.
Which is?
the way I wore suit, I wore a short or a skirt, like a short.
The short shorts with
and a jacket.
Yeah.
Every time I talk about fashion, people bring up that image. Listen,
they're like, this you?
I wanted to
This you?
I wanted to put that image and say, listen, you can never make me hate this look. You guys might not like it today.
What's your opinion on it?
I mean, I think maybe it's the way you were standing. You have a way you stand sometimes.
Some of their friends soldier.
That's a semi-bow leg.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. But you know what? I feel like, look, we're allowed to experiment.
People have tried so hard to make me hate it, but I still love it.
What do you think of men's fashion in Nigeria now? I know, because I feel like we're sounding very cynical.
No.
But I also find that there's a lot of over-the-topness going on now, because it's like, okay, men can now, and we're really doing. But from you looking in,
it's definitely getting better. It's definitely, I mean, from 10 years ago, from 15 years ago, like you said, especially for people who appear on camera, for example, men. I remember there was this experiment that they did a few years. This is not Nigeria, by the way, but this newscaster, a man, wore the same suit every day for a year, and the lady beside him, I think, repeated a dress, and they focused on her.
The one time.
Yeah, because it was almost like, we're not paying attention to you, but people are paying more attention. And what I like is there's this explosion of not just suits, not just trad, but streetwear. Only problem is that some of you, what you are creating is too hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot
like
now.
Proper winter jacket.
Yeah. Like I'm like, it's too thick. Like, come on.
And the thing is, you can still make those things with that aesthetic, but with lighter fabric.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So I like the explosion of streetwear. I really, and I know that they're mixing it with all sorts of things. Black Americans, especially the foundational ones, are fighting on social media that people are jacking their style, they're jacking their this, they're jacking their that. But you know what? You can make a t-shirt and incorporate some stuff in it. Whether it's that. Only thing I don't like is that they can name a t-shirt now, the Ebuka tee. And then just because they sold a strip of Ashoke on top, it is now 500,000. Why? I'm just giving an example. Like once they give it name,
I get what you mean.
The country is high.
So therefore I should buy t-shirt for 500,000. You're talking to the woman, like I was just with you guys off camera about, there was a time when all I wore were Louboutins, but I did not have any what they call it now. I did not have anybody to take care of then. Like I didn't have any responsibility. I think it would be ridiculous now for me to now spend all my money on lubes. There was a time that's what I used to wear. But now I'm just like, look, there's school fees, there's this, I have projects to finance. I have so many. There's no Gbemi shoes then. There was nothing. But now I will think twice. I mean, if you got it, no problem, and you want to wear the Ebuka shirts for 500,000 naira because they put Ashoke on the sleeve.
I had that conversation with someone where I was telling him that the reason why he isn't selling a lot of kaftan is because of his price point.
It was too high.
Yes, I was telling him that people want clothes that they can buy a few more so they can change. So if we buy one kaftan at 600K, the most you can buy in one store is probably one or at most two. If the kaftan is at 200K, depending on the fabric, you can buy three with the 600K and even buy like 8. So that way the colors come back to get more because there are a lot of things happening in Nigeria. So for the t-shirt one, I've seen a t-shirt being sold maybe like 500K just because.
T-shirts?
Yeah, that sort of thing. Even though I went to a store today and I told them the reason why their t-shirts aren't moving off the rack is because of the price point. Because people want to get t-shirts. I mean, most of the t-shirts are being produced in China, with all the respect right now. And you bring them in, you want to sell them, you want to make all the profit from selling one. When you can have people buy a couple of t-shirts so they can change and also still come back. So I don't sort of subscribe to such fashion. I feel like fashion to most people should be affordable.
I was going to say also, but that I've also seen in cases where cases where fashion brands start out affordable. Whether I think for me, maybe more of women's fashion, they start out affordable. You get to, this is nice. You get a few pieces here and there. And then in 18 months, all of a sudden the clothes are becoming 500K, 600K.
Because someone important has won it.
Sister, what happened now?
Because
like
an artist wore something from the collection.
So are we all earning the same as the artist? Like it's wild to me. And I'm just and unfortunately, once a lot of people are copycats. oh my God, this important person has worn your dress.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I want to be seen in that dress. Oh, it's used as a wealth marker now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm among. I'm among because I'm wearing this thing. But they just sold you the most smaller dress at 800K, but you wore it and the sleeve tore.
Try.
Sis, what are you doing? Like, no, it's true. Now, let's be honest here. And you know me, I'm the sort of person now who wears my stuff. It's not about how expensive it is. Do I like it? And if I like, is it comfortable? Okay, great. And I have clothes from 10 years ago,
I do.
12 years ago that I still wear.
Yeah.
And you cannot come and shame. I'm too grown for you to come and shame me based off of what I'm wearing because I've re-rocked my outfits.
Yeah,
You're not serious.
I have 2 children.
Yeah. Is that your new thing now? Once you submit your risk, I have 3 children.
I have 3 children, so
No.
listen.
But why haven't you started a line or something?
So-
Noble has even done that. You.
Yeah,
Why?
I've had very interesting conversations over the years. First of all, if I ever do anything, it has to be ready to wear. I'm
Mhm.
not doing come and measure. And,
Mhm.
but I also bother about the fact that we don't have distribution channels in Nigeria.
Mhm.
The kind of money I want to eat from fashion
It's not like
is like Rihanna money.
But wait,
You understand?
but you know that people even beyond Nigeria will buy if you release something.
Where are they buying it from?
Websites now.
It's not me that will be answering that website.
No,
I know,
you-
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
My point is, at the time when I had one of the most intense conversations, the
Mhm.
distribution conversation is what sort of put me off of it.
Mhm.
There's, I wasn't interested in opening a store,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? And at the time, the website, all of that was just the logistics of it all
yeah.
just confused me,
Mhm.
and I let it go. I might come back to it now
Okay.
with different eyes. But when I talk about distribution, is the fact that going back to Rihanna, she has a brand. She sits down in her house. Sephora is stocking. Like, we don't have that
Yeah.
sort of system here where, even in like South Africa, for
Mhm.
example, they have a Woolworths.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where you can launch this thing and have a deal with Woolworths, and you're just sitting in your house.
Yeah.
It's unfair for a creator to have to bother about distribution and all of this.
Design,
And all the
distribution,
logistics
and
sales,
everything.
marketing.
Yeah, you have to be
Nigeria forces you
Everything, yeah.
unfortunately.
Mhm.
And I just, the things I'm doing,
You're
this kind of
busy.
business needs
Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of attention. So it's something I probably will go back to.
Mhm.
Now that, the online space is interesting, if, shipping and all of that works, then why not? But
I feel like people will definitely. It's something that people
Yeah.
would buy.
yeah.
People buy or find yourself a Samantha.
You said what? What did you say?
Or he should get himself a Samantha.
Okay.
I mean,
All
yeah.
right. I want to say thank you guys for stopping by. So this was fun.
Yes, it was.
To
It
the
was.
reluctance party. This was fun. Thank you so much for coming. I think that these are conversations we should continue to have because there's so much more to Nigerian fashion than just aesthetics.
I agree.
And that's the reason why the show was started in the first place. So from the bottom of my heart, say thank you again to my guests, Noble
Thank you
and
for having
Ebuka
us.
for coming.
And please dress well to NVC. Don't listen to us. please.
Nobody says you should not
Because
dress
TikTok
well.
TikTok has started carrying them now. So
Yeah.
they want to. This year is going to be worst.
Oh, I know.
Yes. but
It will be
also,
worst.
I just want to let you guys know, Stabby Tay will be on the red carpet.
The class that people got from
Are you
all of these
gonna go?
Americans.
Are you going?
I don't know. We'll see.
You will go.
I was nominated last year, so that's why I went.
Yeah.
This year, it's the end this year, right?
Yeah.
We'll see when the time comes. But it's just all of this, what social media has
Become.
brought with it now. I know that this year is going to be quite the show.
It is time for our usual giveaway on the Fashion Roundtable. All you have to do is download the Credit Direct app. Also follow Credit Direct on Instagram. Follow us at the Fashion Roundtable and show us some proof in our DMs. You could be the lucky winner of a gift voucher. Thank you, everyone, again.
Thank
Don't
you so much,
forget,
Gbemi.
at the Fashion Roundtable, like, subscribe, everything. All join. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. This episode was brought to you by Credit Direct.